Hey, what's up? Kalita here, and I'm business coach to online coaches and service providers who want to book consistent clients online. And I get asked all the time, how do you create your graphics? You must spend a ton of time creating graphics. Well, guess what? I don't. And I know a lot of people think that it's super expensive to do this, and you don't have to spend any money to create these amazing graphics. So I want to walk you through step by step how you can create these client attractive, client converting, client captivating graphics really easily and for free. So you don't have to worry about, stealing those graphics off of social media or off of search engines, which you shouldn't be doing. You can go out there and create your own branded graphics that generate tons of clients who absolutely love your brand and who fall in love with you. So as you can see, I am using a tool called Canva, and this tool is completely free for you to use. You can get started with it completely free. There is a paid version, but I downgraded so I can show you how you can use this. No upgrade, no payments needed. You can use the free version to do everything I'm going to show you inside of this video. So as you can see, I've made presentations, PowerPoints, guides. I create almost everything that has to do with a branded element inside of Canva for the low, which by the low, I mean for the free. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how to create a social media image in like maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes max. I'll show you exactly how to do that. So they have a ton of templates that you can choose. And one of the ways that you can really cut down the amount of time you spend creating anything is to have templates in place. So I have my own templates that I use, but if I were starting from scratch, which you probably will be doing, you can come on over here and just select one of the popular design types. The social media one works good for Instagram and for Facebook. So I'll select that option and it's going to pop open another tab and it's going to pull up your behind the scenes, what you need to create your awesome graphic. Now you can zoom in by clicking this plus button down here, or you can zoom out if it's too close for you. I'll keep it at around 75% because that way I can see the entire image is bigger. I can see what's going on. And then over here, you have some layouts. So these are free layouts that you can play around with as long as it says free here in the bottom right corner, completely free for you to use. But if there's a little dollar sign right here, then you gotta pay, right? And each element you grab from Canva is $1. So it's super affordable if you do want to use their stuff, but you don't have to. Again, everything I do today will be completely free. I'm just showing you that you do have the option of using the layouts that they have available. Another thing that's really cool is their search function. So if you click on search, what you can do is you can search for specific images, or you can use illustrations. I really do like their illustrations. Their illustrations are pretty cool. So let's just type girl in and see what illustrations come up. So if you want to use any of these cool things, you want to make sure to check and see what the price point for it is. Some of the things are locked to only the pro level, so the upgrade level. But again, they have really good illustrations that you can play around with. So this one right here, this one's completely free. So I can use this without paying anything, or I could use this one if I wanted to, but I'll have to pay $1 for it and so on. So you can play around by checking out what's going on there. And then there are photos. So there are free photos and then there are paid photos. So if you want something for free, which I'm going to go with, because like I promised, I want to make sure that I want to make sure that everything I do is a free option for you. So this is a free photo that I grabbed from over here. So I typed in woman. I clicked on one of the photos that said free in the bottom right corner. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just zoom in, right? So I'm going to pull at the corners. You see these circles? I'm going to pull at the corners and I'm going to zoom in because what I've realized is that zooming in just makes it look a little bit better, right? So I zoom in a little bit and then I'm going to play around with the alignment to see what looks best. So I'm going to put it a little bit to the left just so it's not perfectly centered. And then I'm going to click on this image that I just chose. So when I click on the image, you see the option to click on filter. And so you can play around with whatever filters you want to. So let's just go with edge for right now. That's pretty cool, right? And right here where there are these little blocks, this is your transparency. So what transparency is it allows you to go in and out with how the depth that it has. So the further you go, or the smaller the number, the lighter the image becomes. So I'm just going to put it at around 75%. Let's see how that looks. So that is what it looks at, 75%. I'm actually going to leave it at 100, but I just wanted to show you how you could play around with making it more or less transparent. And I do use that option sometimes, right? Okay, so let's head on down to elements. So right here, if you just wanted all free photos and you wanted to search for free photos, then just click on this free photo option. Then there are grids. So if you wanted to play around with multiple images and you wanted them to be perfectly aligned, then you can choose this option. And they also have some frames that you can use. So if you wanted to put a frame or make it kind of fancy, you could play with this as well. And this is how you can also create some mock-ups if you wanted to do mock-ups. And their shapes, their lines, illustrations, their charts, their icons, the I Love Canva section. The sky is your limit when it comes to these options. So what I am going to do, I'm just going to get rid of that. I'm going to come on down to elements, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a line. I'm going to select lines, and I'll just select a regular line like so. And I want to make it a little bit thinner. So to make it a little bit thinner, I'm going to select this top left box, and I'm just going to drag it a little bit until it's a little bit thinner. And then what I want to do is I want to drag it over this way, okay? And then to change the color, you're just going to come up here to this box, click on the color option, and I'm going to change it to white. And then I'm going to come on down to text. I want to add some text. So I'm going to click on text. I'm going to click on one of these. It doesn't matter because I'm going to change it anyway, but I'm going to click on one of those font options, and then I'm going to change it to my brand's font. So let's just say my brand's font is this. I'm going to change it to that for right now, and then I'm going to type in my website. So you want to make sure that you select the text that you want to change. Text selected. I'm going to type in my website, and then I'm going to select change the font color. So to change the color of this font, you just head on up here, and I'm going to change it to white. And if you want to change the alignment, you want to make it all caps, you want to change the spacing, and you want to change the size of the font or the style of the font, all you need to do is come up here and play around with this stuff. So I'm going to drag this on down. So this is a little bit too big. So what I'm going to do is I am going to change the size of the font to 21, and then I'm going to line it up. And as you can see, there's a little dotted line that shows you when it's perfectly aligned with the lines that I already have in place. Pretty cool, right? And there we go. So branded, there's a line, there's my website, super simple. And now it's time to add some text. What I'm going to do is I am going to change the font. So I'm actually going to go with this font. And what I'm going to do is I am going to say something like, I don't know. Be the light that shines bright or something. I don't know. Just making something up. I'm not going to actually use this. And then I'm going to change the color. I'm going to change the size of the font, probably a little bit bigger. Let's try 56. Okay, let's see if we can get away with going a little bit bigger. There we go. I'm going to line it up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the spacing. So let's play around with the spacing. So you see when you change the spacing, how good it looks? Yes, it starts to look really good. This is a tip I learned about a year ago. And after I learned the tip, changing up the spacing with your letters, oh my goodness, it changed a lot of things. Then I'm going to click on the image again, just so that I can play around with the transparency, because as you can see, you can't really see the B word very well. So I'm just going to drag this back a little bit, see if that helps. It doesn't. So here's another option that you can do. You can come over to elements and you can click on shapes. And what I would do is I would add a square right there, like so. Maybe a black square. And I would click on arrange so we can send it back behind the text. And I would click on the transparency because I want you to be able to see my image, right? And I would just drag that transparency as far back as possible. Okay, let's leave it at maybe 15. Let's go for 15. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And there we have it. I'm going to leave that as is. So let's just put sample be the light that shines bright. Perfect. So I'm going to click file and save. And there we have it. Super easy for you to play around with Canva and create awesome, gorgeous, amazing, client captivating, converting, and attractive images and graphics that help you to stand out and help you to attract the perfect dream clients to your brand. Now, I do want to share a couple tips. Tip number 1, you want to make sure that you are consistent. So these fonts will be the fonts that you want to use consistently with your branding. Don't use 50 fonts. It's going to look really amateurish and you want to look professional. The second tip I have is with your colors. Choose maybe 2 or 3 colors that you're going to stick to until you work with an actual branding professional, and stick with those colors. Don't have blues one day and greens and yellows. Make sure you choose colors across the board that you can work with. And then once you figure all that stuff out, which fonts you're going to use, what colors you're going to use, stick with them, be super consistent, and then start playing around with it. Embrace your creativity. I was not the most creative person in high school, in primary school, anytime at all, until I got started online and I embraced my creativity. And now I get a ton of people telling me, oh my goodness, your graphics are awesome. So it's all a mind thing, right? Don't overthink it, just start creating. Now, one last thing I want to share with you is how I use templates inside of Canva to make creating graphics a total cinch. So let's head on over to all my designs, and I'm going to create the actual image for this blog post so that you can enjoy it. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look for the last blog post image that I created. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is, I actually don't want that one. I want this one. Here we go. So I'm going to click on the triangle and then I'm going to click on make a copy. And then I'm going to scroll all the way back up and I'm going to click on it to open it up. And what I'm going to do is I am going to, first of all, change the name of it. So blog tutorial, can't spell today, create client attractive, captivating, and converting graphics. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is free video tutorial. That's where I put my incentives. And then I'm going to click on this little image right here. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to go to uploads. Let's see if I can find anything really cool to replace the image. So I'm going to delete the image in here. I'm going to click on delete image. I don't want to delete the whole element, just the image. And then I'm going to scroll down and maybe I'll use these. What do you think? Maybe. Or maybe I will upload my own image. So here I can go to upload your own images. I'm going to search for an image that I think is really awesome. Although I'm kind of liking this one. So let's see. Let me think. I'll probably leave these ones for now. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put how to create client attractive, captivating, and converting graphics for free. Okay. There we have it. And I just want to make sure everything's saved. So we're going to save it. And that's it. How to create client attractive, captivating, and converting graphics for free. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so maybe a 45 would work. Perfect. I'm just going to drag it up a little bit by just pressing down and dragging up. And there we have it. Free video tutorial, how to create client attractive, captivating, and converting graphics for free. And that took me like, what, a minute maybe? And that's because I have templates of everything that I use. So my blog posts have templates, my IG posts have templates, my Facebook posts have templates, my Facebook ads have templates, my YouTube thumbnails, when I actually use YouTube, have templates. My checklist, my PDFs, my workbooks, they have templates, and it makes it so easy for me to utilize all of this. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this really helped you out. I have something else free for you that you're going to absolutely like. Number one, I'm going to link to a free 5-day brand challenge over on the blog so you can check it out. Number two, I'm going to link to a free brand kit so that you can get access to that brand kit with a ton of amazing resources. And number three, you can get access to over $2,000 in courses for over 90% off, but for the next 72 hours only. So if you're watching this a little late, I'm sorry, but definitely check it out. Grab your 90% off and run. These are really amazing courses. They walk you through everything you need to know in order to build a client attractive brand, a brand that converts. It also teaches you everything you need when it comes to mindset, when it comes to sales, when it comes to systems and processes in your business, and when it comes to building a 5-figure coaching or service-based business that you're absolutely proud of. So go below, check it out, and then run for the hills with it. It's an amazing, amazing deal. So hope this was helpful. I can't wait to see you inside of that bundle that I created for you, and I will catch you on the next tutorial. Ciao for now.